Let's stand up and get into the hips. Dr. Marcia of Move with Marcia, and today we are working on hips in standing. So what do you need? A chair, maybe, to hold on to. There's some part we're going to be lifting and holding, so you could also use the chair for that. Or if you think this is going to be too high, get yourself a step stool, stack of books, sturdy side table, or maybe sit up near the couch if that's lower, near your bed, something like that. Maybe sit up near the wall just in case you need something else to hold on to. Other options, you can also get a loop band, and there are times where you can wrap that around when we get to hip extension. Okay? Cool. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Breathe in, fill in that belly, and breathe out. And let's get started with some pelvic tilts. Go ahead and bend the knees, soften the knees, because if you have tight hip flexors like me, you won't get that far. Put your hands on your hips, try to dig in, find that bony part. Got a nice bucket. Spill that bucket forward. Spill it backwards. Let's do that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Perfect. Alrighty, let's swing around some hip circles. At your own pace, swing around. We'll count 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch directions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're a little loosened up. So first we are going to work on lifting up the leg, shooting it out, dropping it down to a surface. From here, we're going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze open, and then we're going to relax it back down. So again, if you think the chair is too high, get that step stool ready. If you know that you could do that kind of motion without too much of issue, this is where an ankle weight could come in handy. I'm using my chair for support. You could use a wall, broomstick. Alrighty? So I will demonstrate first fully. That was the setup. So we're going to breathe in, lock and load here, a little bend in both knees. The foot that is on the floor is gripping and squeezing. Shift my weight a tiny bit, lift my leg up, go out, drop it. And I'm still actively, if I'm doing nothing, it looks like this. I'm still going to actively push out for 3 seconds and then drop it down. We'll do that 3 times each leg. Ready? Take that breath. Lock and load, little bend, lift up, lift out, drop, push for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center, reset. Again, lift up, out, drop, push, 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 push that knee out. 3, 2, 1. Lift it back down, reset. Breathe in, breathe out, bend that knee, lift on up, lift on out, drop it gently, push, 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 push for 3, 2, 1. Lift it up, and drop it down. Great. I'm going to move my chair to the other side so I can stay in the frame, obviously. You don't have to do that. You're not filming a YouTube video. Alrighty, same deal, same rep scheme, other side. Here we go. Breathe in, little bend, up and out. Push, push, push for 3, 2, 1. And reset. If you have a harder time on one side to the other, that's all right. Breathe in, breathe out, lift, up and out. Now push, push. 3, 2, 1. Reset. Breathe. Exhale, bend and lift up, lift out, push. 3, 2, 1. Reset, breathe. Nice. So I'm going to turn my chair. So if you need the chair for support, next up we're going to do hip extension. So that could look like you leaning forward a little bit and then kicking straight leg or kicking bent leg. You choose. So I'm leaning forward again because these hip flexors. So you can go upright if you can get back without arching your back. If you cannot do that and hold this solid and kick and you get nowhere, maybe try leaning forward. So it's up to you. You might be up here, kicking back, all the range in the world. Great. If you don't, go ahead and lean on that support. So we're going to keep the same rep scheme. 3 reps, 3-second holds. We'll start with the right leg. Lock and load, spread those toes, grip the ground, bend the knee, take a breath in. Breathe out, lift, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, drop it. This is where the band around the legs could come in handy, an ankle weight. If you're doing bent knee, you could squeeze a dumbbell. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. Round 2, breathe in. Exhale, lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, drop it. Breathe in. Exhale, lift. 3, 2, 1, drop it. Nicely done. Get your wiggles out. Catch your breath. Other side. Here we go. Set up. Toes are gripped, squeezing the ground. A little bend in the knee. I'm leaning forward. You might be upright. Breathe in. Breathe out. Kick that leg back, whether it's straight or bent. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Breathe in. And out. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Catch your breath. Get your wiggles out. Lovely stuff. Alrighty. Now, let's close out with a little bit of a stretch. We're going to do pyramid pose to stretch. So I will demonstrate first before we get into it. We're going to do the right leg forward, left leg back. They're staggered. They're not in line. They're not like this. They're a little space in between. And then there's going to be a little bend in both knees. If you have that chair, you can use the chair. Hands here, or no chair. And we're leaning down to stretch the hammies, and then we'll come back up. So we are going for support on this one. So if you have a support, use it. Because if we go up and down without the support, now we're doing more of a hinge, deadlifting kind of motion. So I do want it to be a little bit more on the chill side. Use that support. If that helps you, make it more chill. If that does not make it more chill, shorten the stance. And don't go as low. Okay? So we're splitting the stance. We're leaning forward. We'll count to 20. So get your setup, figure it out, play around with it a few times and see what's too much, what's enough. Because if you go too far down, maybe it's too hard to get up, figure it out. Get it, figure it out. Maybe you need to turn the chair, maybe you need to go here, maybe you have long arms like me, who knows. So for me, this would be my supported setup, something like this, because I have long arms. So go ahead and find it. A little bend in both knees, split stance. Both feet are facing forward. The upper body is supported, as in you're not working hard to hold it in the air. And let's go ahead and count to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Get back up, take your time. Switch sides. Take a breath and try to get into the same position that you did for the other one. If you find that one is looser, try not to go ahead and take it farther because you're just going to make that imbalance bigger. All right, you found your spot. Let's count to that 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lovely. Come back up. Take your time. Straighten up. Good stuff. Alrighty. Last stretch, we're going to use the chair to get into the hip flexors. So, we can go like this and put the knee down and then step a little forward. For me, that is enough of a stretch. If that is not enough for you, maybe you reach for the foot. If the chair is too hard, make sure you have a cushion. Alrighty? So that is really enough for me to stretch. I'm trying to stay locked and loaded here, and I feel a nice stretch on the front of my leg. Let's just do this one for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to scoot this over so I can just walk to the other side. So again, this is good enough for me. That little bit is a stretch. So maybe you go farther into it. Maybe you lift the leg. Whatever you want to do. If your knee is uncomfortable, add some padding here. Well, let's hold it for 10 seconds. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Perfect. All right. Take a nice little breath. Get your water ready. Get your thumbs up ready. Hit that thumbs up. So I know you like this video and you like to see more movement snacks like this. So, as you know, I've got tons of options for follow-alongs. There's the seated follow-along for seated mobility. There's a floor. Doesn't necessarily have to be the floor. Could also be couch or bed. And then there's standing only. So we have a position for everyone, I hope. If there's anything that you'd like to see next, feel free to share it, and I'll do my best. Okay? Love you. Bye.